Welcome into my den. I am Mr. Tacpanicti. I need a doctor. I seriously need a doctor. What we're going to be talking about next is turning around. Let's turn around and see what happens. Okay? If I fall on the floor, I'll need that doctor. So here's how it goes. When she turns around 3 times, her final point is back to the center point. If she goes 4 times, that means she'll be ending up 1 time here. She does it again, she ends up 1 time here. She does it again, she ends up 1 time here. So by her turning all around, she goes 3 extra moves by moving 4 times. 3 and 4 go together. The square needs to move 5 turns. Imagine if it was 5 turns equal to 5 years. 5 years pass by, you only get to here. Okay? You get to here, let's count that for 3 months. 5 years go by, you get to here, let's count that for 6 months. 15 years go by, let's count that for 9 months. Okay? Now we go around one more time. 1.25 turns per shot, 144 minutes, 1,440 minutes in a day, 144 hours in 6 days, 144 hours in 6 days, but finishing off at 168. I'll try and explain that after. So when you turn this around in 20 years, you end up turning 3, 6, 9, 12 extra months. Okay, in that 20 years, you end up to be at 21. Because that 1 on the dice cube, that's inside of you. You're beta, you are the creation inside this world, played as the Delta Angel. You're electronic, you're supersonic, you're vibrating at 432, which is 3 times 666, which is 216, which is part of the ratio of the 25,920 divided will equal to one of the numbers that are all divided into that number, and all going to say something about that number. If you tell me, I'll tell you. Here's your angel resident. You remember I told you 168 days in a week? Look, there's a 0. That becomes a 6. Just turn it around. Does it matter if you're facing me or back to me? 168 becomes the spirit light in the 8th heaven. 144 is the 6th day. 6 times 12, the 12 half hours of the clock. 12 half hours of the clock, 5 times, 12 half hours of the clock, 10 times, half hours of the clock. 12 minutes times 5. 72 times a day, 360 degrees on the 60-second clock. That's 12 times. And that's what you get for 12 o'clock. 288 by 1 1/4 equals 360 degrees. The extra turnaround. After 100 cycles of 20 years, we'll move the Earth 2,000 years. You move the Earth 2,000 years, now 5 more years go by and you end up here. 10 more years go by and it's 6 months, you end up here. 15 go by and you end up over here on the next turn. 9 months, 2015, you end up with the number. 15 years go by, which is 9 months, because 20 years makes 12 months. 9 months, okay, go by. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 and 5 is 11. The 9 months, 11, 9. 29 black, or 6 and 9, which is the rotation of 2 pins. 2 circles, 2 little fish that you can bend this way or turn this way. I don't know exactly which way it goes. You know what? When you really look at it, it just looks like that little thing inside where the light is that's giving you that spark in between the 2 sides. So you end up with 100 CB codes. So we end up turning around 1 extra turn. And imagine if we were doing this on the octagon. The octagon is 8. Imagine turning around 9. Every year you go around 9. After you finish the 9 years, you've done 10. So is that what they're doing? Or is it lost on the inside rotation? Is it done on the speed of the outside rotation or the inside? 1.25 is 30 hours. That's the number of creation. 30 is 36 because all zeros are 6. I dropped the 1 angel through the hole. 1 angel went through the hole. He was a 9 birth. But it doesn't matter what kind of 9 birth he was. He was 1 angel and he was electronic. 1 and 5 is 6. I don't care how he got here. He's still a 6. You all know John Henry. Did you ever see this? 208-0802. Well, because that's where the 5-hole is. We don't need the 5. We know the pin is there, and if the pin is there, the O is there. If we know the O is there, oh my God, the O is a watering tank. See that spindle, the ding, right over here, panhandle. The 11 tracks, one track going next to the other one, and you're on both tracks. You're on 2 tracks, and you're trying to keep that train straight. I got a train to ride. Another thing I wanted to mention that I already spoke about, it wasn't very much with the Malaysia Airlines umbrella, MAS, CIA, Lay's chips, potatoes in the water, Idaho potatoes. What are we looking at? Lay, what is to lay? To lay a bet. AIM, 13, which is 4131251991. 1991. Boom. That's that student, that's that 21-year-old child who just busted out at 22. Busted out, that shows the number. The Yala, all belonging to the same operation. You ever look at that plane? Take a look. The insignia, the sign looks like elephants, and it looks like Democrats and Republics. That's all it looks like on the plane. Look at the plane. Oh, what? Oh, but a Democrats and a Republic, eh? The other thing I wanted to mention is one tiny little thing, and I mentioned it in an earlier video. What I did is I switched around the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, going the other way, and this is the story they tell me. Here's your 36 creation, this is your 9 and 6 life, this is 28, time heaven, however it works with the moon, however our electronic minds work with the moon, however Mars works with Mercury, but it's working Mercury out of Jupiter, which Jupiter works Venus inside of Mars, which is inside of man, which comes out the creation from the earth into somehow we become the Saturn body living on the planet they call Earth, but it's mounds of earth sitting in tons of water. That's all it is, tied down to the bottom of the ocean floor. All these islands run above. If you want to do Chaldean, just put Chaldean in all these numbers. Number 19 over here, okay, is actually number 4, but the letter M from Chaldean gets into over here, so that would be the 13th letter, and in Chaldean, M is number 4. T is number 4, but it's in the 20th position, make it number 24. V is the 22nd position, and it's number 6, make V 28. U is in the 21st position, but in Chaldean, it's number 6, make it 27, and make W number 29. 27, 28, 29 of February, UVW, 666, the last 3 days of February. Like I said before, let's take away these 2 here, and let's open up the area over here. Let's remove 1 and 2. If we start 1 and 2, and we count Fibonacci style, we're starting from the center. It's like we drill a hole in the center, make a big, big hole, and we've been in number 5 all the time. All the other numbers are on the outside. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. There's just so many things. If you see this over here, looks like the Budweiser beer. It's also the letter G. There's different ways of doing it, and for each way that you do it, every time that this joins 2 deltas, you automatically have 6, 7, 8, 9. Go from here up this way and to here and stop. That would be your 9. You go this way, up to this way, and down to this way. That would be your 6. Thank you for watching this video.